Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this video about the life path 11. But today we are discussing the life path 3, 8, 11. So, this is another one of the master numbers. Um, so we have the 2, 9, 11, we have the 3, 8, 11, and we have the 4, 7, 11. So the 3, 8, 11, I've got so much amazing things about this type. I'm stoked to just get started. So let's dive in. All right, so we have the 11. So 11 is double creativity and confidence. The 8 is abundance and power, and the 3 is expression and sensitivity. This is where it already starts to get interesting because uh, an 11 is already really sensitive, and now we have the 3 here as well as expression, emotions, sensitivity. So yeah, if this is you, you're a different type than I am. I'm the 2-9, and this is I'm seeing a lot of things that I think, okay, yeah, these don't apply to me, but it's really fun to read it. So, um, combining creativity and material success in service of a larger cause. So here it's a little bit different than for um, than others. You are not here to achieve wealth or influence for your own sake, but you are for the sake of others. But this can be um, a larger group or a smaller group of friends or colleagues or community. So it's not per se for the masses. So whatever you are doing, you are good at creating wealth for others, and by doing that for yourself as well. Uh, so what you're here to do doesn't come easily, and your life purpose is not easy. Um, you have more creative drive than others, and you also have that a powerful drive from the 8. You have the powerful, the 8 from abundance is that you're here to bring wealth to others. So I'm kind of jealous. I'm not jealous, but I'm kind of jealous that I don't have the 3-8. But this brings its own uh, complex situations with it as well. So you have the 8, but it also means you have the 3. Um, so in that regard, I'm not as jealous. And it's not that things are better or worse. It's just it's so because a lot of my issues have to do with creating wealth and creating um, or just surviving and having enough money to live off of. It's one of my challenges. And when I see somebody has in their chart abundance and power, I'm like, yeah, fuck, that would have been so nice. But eventually, we chose this ourselves, so we have our own challenges. Um, so yeah, we just have to go through it. So we have powerful creative drive. You struggle with insecurity, self doubt, and tendency to avoid or sabotage power and abundance. You still have all the insecurities that the 11 also has, but I think yours might actually be a little bit worse because there's an extra part of sensitivity there with the 3. So yeah, I can't really compare it because it's impossible to compare. But it's a different mix of traits um, that can work very well, but they can also work against you. Uh, Expression issues related to the 3. Yeah. Let's see. I got some nice things here as well. You are very controlling by nature. You're difficult to work with. You Well, authority figures are not your favorite type of person, and this will make you a really hard person to work with um, until you mature. So up until maybe I'm not sure if it's the same here, but let's say it's 35 to 45, the same as the other um, type 11, the 2-9. But yeah, you can obviously mature if you yourself mature faster. Um, this process will also go faster. You may be overly solicitous and helpful at first, but if you overhelp, the 2 energy will send them will send you rebounding into resentment. And this is something every 11 has, because this is about the 2 energy, and double 1, so 11, 1 plus 1 is 2, so you also have this energy. And one of the challenges of the 2 is that you have this way of going really black and white, and once that threshold has been reached, you will go into resentment and things will explode. So you can really handle a lot, but if people go over your over the limitations that you place, and they will go over it and 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 over it, or some other way, you keep helping people, you help them, you help them, you help them, you help them, and at some point you're like, I'm always helping them, or they're always going over my own limitations, my boundaries, and you just explode, and shit hits the fan. Let me know if this resonates with you. How this exhibits itself in my life is when I try to do good for people. I try to do good, and I do a lot of good, and I never get any recognition for it. At some point, I'm like, okay, screw you guys, I'm going home. All right. You are a very powerful individual, which may alternately feel suppressed or explosive. You have the energy and drive to make money and make waves. Your life work, in whatever form it takes, involves learning to control yourself rather than others. And you have the tendency, if you go into your darker side, if you give in to let's say, instead of dark side and light side, let's say service to self and service to others. When you go into the service to self and everything is just for you, you tend to go into the darker side of yourself, and you will exhibit negative traits as well. You will go towards the negative traits, and once you do this for others, what you are really good at doing, you will not manipulate and control others like you would in the dark side, but you would actually, what's the opposite of manipulation? Well, it's just helping people and making sure that things work out in a positive way. So you will have creative contributions that will uplift and empower those around you, helping others find their own source of energy and inspiration. So these are all things that you are really, really good at. So you can already kind of see what kind of career path would be appropriate for you, or that maybe things you are thinking about that really resonate with this. A little bit later, we'll be touching on the the work related stuff, but we have way more to discuss first. Let's see. You have the feeling that you can't give enough and that you can't receive enough. Combining emotional sensitivity and raw through often inhibited power. You are driven by powerful creative energy, and they keep pushing on this. You have really powerful creative energy. You may spend your life holding a tiger by the tail until you tame that tiger and learn to channel this energy in a positive way. And in this case, this tail, or this tail and this tiger, is the energy that you have inside of you, and that you can use either for good or for bad. And yeah, it's a tiger, so it's a little bit of a weird analogy, but well, a tiger is powerful. I'm not sure if I would say that a tiger is creative. I'm not sure. Well, I've seen some videos from a friend of mine who used to work in the zoo, and he would put their food into these barrels, and he would put the barrels, for example, the barrel in a tree, and they would have they had to turn the barrel around so that the bunny would fall out, so they could eat. So they do have some kind of solution driven skills or creative energy on how they can do that. And obviously we all have creative energy, as in that we can create other life. So in that sense, it does map. And if you do not channel this energy correctly, you may suffer addictions like drugs, they say orgasms here, or food. So yeah, substance abuse is a big challenge for all 11s, as if I've understood it correctly, and I think I do. And here for you, it's also not just sex, but the orgasms. I think one of the, check out my other video on semen retention if you're if you're male. If you're a female, there's also things about this that you can read a lot about, and I think this will really help you, because you can retain your creative energy and you can channel it towards the good. But you do have to first know how to make use of this tiger that's inside of you, and that will take some time, and I should be getting to that in a little bit. If I have not discussed that, put it in the comments, and I'll put it there, because I'm not sure if the challenges are coming up now. Because, well, let's do it right now, so that I've done it. So in this case, we have to check out the you can check out the video for the 3 and the 8, because those are your lesser numbers, and those challenges will have to be fixed first. Once you fix those, you can tackle the challenge of the 11, and you can tap into the energy. So what it says here, with the power and authority issues of 8, most 3, 8, 11s can get preachy and didactic or bossy and controlling. These attributes can affect anyone working 8, but for 3, 8, 11s, the issues of 8 energy are amplified by the presence of the double 1. So like all double 1s, you have to deal with the insecurity issues. So the insecurity issues are from the 11. You have to go through them either way. But if I've understood it correctly, I think it works better if you first fix it from the 3 and the 8. Let's see. Yeah, so your insecurity issues are compounded by a tendency to repress or withhold the power associated with the 8. So this is what I said in the beginning, that I think that this is even more difficult for you than it is for me. The more you dedicate your life to a common cause or higher purpose that extends beyond you, in accordance with the law of higher will, you will purify the 8 energy and release their creative energy, which generates the courage to step forward in life. So this is a really important one for you, that you tackle this one. All right, and the other one is not stated here, and I hope it will be there later. It will be at the end with which laws you should also watch, because all these laws have their own exercises, and each exercise is a challenge in and of itself, and those challenges need to be fulfilled in this lifetime or not, and then you have to do it in the next lifetime. That's all up to you. All right, so there's a lot of positive as well, because you are a brilliant and powerful leader. You are a dynamic, creative advisor. You can solve long-standing problems, create new options, and open doors to a better world. Money isn't the main issue for you. You apply your energy, and there's always enough. You give and receive without keeping track of the score, and you attract others with their powerful energy field. With yours. You help empower others, and you share abundantly. You lead from a position of equality and mutual respect. So these are all in the light side. Driving the material success path is a tidal wave of energy and makes for an exciting, productive life. So these are all things that happen if you work in the positive, so on the light side. In the negative, so in your shadow side, you can outmaneuver, outcompete, overcontrol others, often through manipulation. To ensure to put yourself on the line, you deny your power and sabotage your own success. Alternately, you exploit your power and seek to achieve success by dominating or outshining others. Avoiding exercise makes you struggle with the addictions due to your blocked energy. Frustrated by pent-up energy, you alienate others due to an aloof, negative exterior, but underneath you have gnawing self-doubts and insecurities. So this already gives us a couple of things. If you want to get rid of these addiction problems, you should do a lot of exercise, because that will help get rid of the blocked creative energy. And the other way is true as well. You can also, and I don't recommend this, if you have creative blocked energy, you can also get rid of this energy by doing drugs or having orgasms or eating a lot of food or drinking a lot of alcohol. But you are, if you are doing this, you are getting rid of the energy, so the buildup that you have, and the feeling that you are really overwhelmed with your own energy and that you need to release that feeling that you might or might not still have. Let's say when just before the weekend on a Friday afternoon, that feeling that you really want to have a beer or some other substances, that is, it works, but you just throw the energy away. So you're not using your creative and powerful energy. As for if you start exercising, you're channeling part of the energy into the exercise, but and it's not thrown away because it goes into your body, into the shaping of your body, and it has some other benefits as well. But I'll keep it at this for now. All right. So then we come to the chapter health. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things here as well. So you're very lucky, you're very lucky, because you have a mixture of the 3, the 8, and the 1 and the 11. So you have vulnerable areas and traits associated with the 3. But first off, all these things, all these issues, they show up when you are not doing things the way you should do. So if anything pops up here, you're like, yeah, that's something I have. That's well, then you have a negative pattern, and it's something that your life is giving you the feedback to do something with it and fix it yourself and change your habits. All right, so associated with the 3, blocked expression affecting the throat area. So yeah, my throat is still a bit sore, so maybe something like that. From the 1, the reproductive area, lower abdomen and lower back. And from the 8, possible self-sabotage in the form of accidents, and less frequently burnout from overwork. So this only applies if you actually have this, and if you go into the negative, this might happen to you if it never has. Okay, most effective healing methodologies for 3-8-11 include positive visualizations, work with beliefs, acupuncture, body work, or other relatively subtle work with the mind and energy field. This is a good one to know. You have you're an 11, so your energy field is twice as big as a 1, and a 1 already has a bigger energy field than normal people. So with normal people, your energy field is huge. So everything health related, the energy field types of healing, play around with them, check it out, and see if they work for you. For me, I've checked, my girlfriend does body work, so I know for me that works really good. It says so in the text, but also things I say, also don't take this as these are 100% truths. Also check if this really applies to you and if this really feels good. So I can tell you that you need to do aerobic every day because that's best for you, but you can try it out, but maybe you don't like that. It doesn't. Um, it's just not for you, and you like to dance or you like to play basketball or I don't know. You do you 100%. No matter what I'm telling you here. All right. Uh, yes, it's important to keep your creative energy flowing. And for you, for the 3811, it's really important to make your own rules about nutrition. I think innately you already do this, but you always have these types that are like I follow a couple of them as well. They are really black and white, and this food is always bad, and that food is always good. And I disagree with that completely, because I think what's good for me, and I'm an 11, is not even good for you because you're a different type 11. So always do your own due diligence and do your own research. Check what works for you. Um, Here it says you are mostly too busy to make food a central issue, uh, except for creative cooking. So some of you might really like to do some creative cooking. For most of you, it's just fuel in your life for you and your ambitions. And here's something that's interesting, which is a little bit different from other 11s. A vegetarian or modified vegetarian diet helps to balance a tendency towards aggressiveness. Uh, so if this resonates with you, um, it's something you might take into account. Like other double ones, 3811s need a great deal of exercise to release and ground their creative energy. Once in shape, they thrive under a daily routine of aerobic exercise. Um, yeah, so I think it is important to get into shape. That's your first and foremost um, thing for your health if you're really interested in the health part. But if you're anything like me, and I'm also an 11, and sorry for repeating that, um, there's a lot of insecurities as well with this type, and you have that as well. It doesn't always express in the same way. For me, the way my body looks can be a huge insecurity. So if I have too much belly fat, I can really feel people. I can feel the energy of people looking at me, and I'm coming up with all kinds of things they're thinking about, like negative thoughts they're having about me, that I think that they have, which they might not even have. And I think that's also a pitfall of 11s, that 11s are also very intelligent and smart, um, but also in the way they live life is something. So I'm not per se saying IQ, but you're really smart with how you do things and how you handle other people and how you handle life. And sometimes you might even be a bit too smart for your own good. And that can work against you because you can go into this insecurity, and you have so much creative power that you can visualize what everyone in the whole room, or if let's say you're on the beach, there's 10 people looking at you. In an instant, you can see what all 10 people are thinking about you and your not so ready beach body. um, and this goes instantly. This goes quickly. This isn't even thinking. This is it manifests so quickly in your mind, and they can also be 10 different stories. Um, I'm curious to see if this is something that I do as an 11, or that others have this as well. I think it's something that has to do with us 11s, uh, because the opinion of others is also a really big part of the challenges that we need to overcome. And the coping mechanism is, well, it's not really coping mechanism. It actually works against you, but it's really quickly seeing what other people are thinking about you, calibrating to it, changing your behavior, and changing it, seeing the outcome, seeing that the facial expressions change, and quickly doing it that way. And you're really acute, you're really quick, you're really and this is also the kind of smart that I mean. That's not specifically the IQ part, but the EQ part as well. You're really empathetic, and you can tune into what somebody wants, and in one-on-one conversations you can start over here and the other person starts over here, and in no time you know what the other person wants, and you can be on one line. This is a really nice trait, but it's also it's a double-edged trait, because by doing what you know the other one wants, and you really feel that, you can pinpoint exactly what you need to say and what you need to do to get this person on board, or to make this person happy. But in the process you can forget your own happiness or your own needs, and that's something that's also one of the other challenges of 11s, that you need to balance this. Okay, onwards to relationships. Even though you can appear very secure, the double 1 and the 3 mean that you seek out you often seek out one or more partners to give you a better sense of yourself. You have a paradoxical energy that needs a strong person that you can lean on, and yet you tend to control everybody in your world. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. The nature of your relationship and sexuality reveals a lot about how you are working through your life issues. You might find that issues of power and control, as well as insecurity, may enter the bedroom with you. So this is something you can well, you know what you're doing in the bedroom, and yeah, see what patterns you see there, and maybe how you can change it. You may use your sexuality and your partner as a means of release without applying sensitivity to your partner's needs. So this is the one we talked about, the orgasms and the power of the 8. On the other one, they may also give away their power or abuse it. So it has something. It's something with the power struggle, one way or the other. You like to be in charge, or you like to be overpowered, and that has to do with in which if you are more in the masculine energy or more in the feminine energy at that point. And this, I thought, this was a nice statement. Bondage and sexual power games were probably invented by a 3, 8, 11. So this is really your this is part of who you are. And I'm not sure if it's not a good or a bad thing. I think it's just who you are. And on the other hand, on the one hand, you can really take your power and really go into well, give into your own needs. And on the other hand, you really know what your partner needs, and you can really give into that. And I think if, as long as there's a healthy balance between these two, um, it's all good. But if one of the two is your predominant one, then I think it might be nice to also have a discussion with your partner if you have a partner, and yeah, see what they think about this situation, because the bondage and the sexual power games, they can be really they can really bring something to the table as well. But if you're only doing this, your partner might feel that their needs are not always met. So I think either way, whatever you think the case is, I think it's always a good idea to discuss these things with your partner if you have that type of relationship that you can discuss that. And if you don't, then I would recommend you work on that you can discuss it. Or, and I don't want to be black and white in this, but or you already know that you need to go into a different relationship, or maybe it's not maybe there's another reason that I cannot fathom right now. Okay. Also, if you are working this in the positive, you can have mutually satisfying relationships, sexual and otherwise. In any case, your personal relationships serve as a mirror to help you understand and balance your life. So that's really a good thing to take a look at. All right. Talents, work, and finances. So most of you are natural leaders with important qualities of authority, sensitivity, and creativity that can help solve any problem. You can make admirable or despicable politicians, depending upon whether you're working your issues with power and creativity in the positive or the negative. Applying power wisely and with authority, or using power to subjugate others. So yeah, it sounds, when I read these things, it's like you can either be this amazing, powerful leader of this big company, or you're like this mastermind villain that you see in every like Superman movie. You can go either way. So don't sell yourself short. You can always become a super villain. Not all of you serve in obvious positions of authority. You may guide others at school, at work, or at home through your innately powerful mind and creative ideas. You are a capable inventor, innovator, and leader in creative fields, such as business or fine arts. Many work as business entrepreneurs, empire builders, head of state, or heads of small businesses. Whether preachers or problem solvers, they stand out in your field. So you stand out either way. In the financial area, you may experience self-sabotage, both desire and fear, and a tendency toward feast or famine. Having a stable, conservative personal or business partner who is good with money can help. When you dedicate your creativity toward the common good, making a positive difference in the world, money comes to you naturally. The more money, the more energy and service you put into the world, the more money comes your way. All right, these are all the things that I wanted to say about all of your traits. But we still have another few things we can cover. A couple of well-known 3-8-11s, and one that's not here, but I do think he is, but I'm not 100% sure, is Gary V. I think he is. I know he's an 11, but I'm not sure if he's a 3-8-11. So maybe someone can look it up. Either way, the ones that are Kevin Bacon, Lionel Barrymore. I thought it was going to say Drew Barrymore. Al Capone, Bill Clinton, or Al Cap it says. Al Cap. Davy Crockett, Goethe, Madonna, and I don't know the other names. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. It's a familiar name, but I can't place it. Okay, so now we are coming to the keys to fulfilling your destiny. So these are, it's a different section, these are things you can actually do. And questions you can answer, and things you can read or watch, or those kind of things. Okay, so guidelines and recommendations. Take back your power, but also learn to let go of control. Do vigorous daily exercise to replace addictions. So there's not much new here. It's more like combinations of the things that we already discussed. Express what you feel and feel the power of expression. And one thing I wanted to say that's it's not really helpful for you, but it is for others, and for you and understanding others. You are the most expressive of the 11s because you have the 3 in your lesser numbers. The other 11s do not have the 3 and cannot express their emotions as good as you can. So that was just a little side note. Find creative ways to help charitable causes. And here are 4 questions. I'm going to read them out loud twice so you can write them down. And answer them after this video or on your own time. Question number 1. It's actually 2 questions in one. When do I give away my power? When do I over control? When do I give away my power? When do I over control? How does my creative energy serve others? How does my creative energy serve others? In what ways am I generous with my money or energy? In what ways am I generous with my money or energy? When I feel insecure or frustrated, do I discharge energy in constructive or deconstructive ways? When I feel insecure or frustrated, do I discharge energy in constructive or destructive ways? And the insights you get from these questions, you can ask one other question on all of them. How might you put these insights into practice? All right, so how can you deepen your understanding of your own birth numbers, your own life path numbers? So the videos you can watch are on the 11, the 1, because sometimes I do discuss a bit more on the 1 and I say different things. So it's good to watch the 1 as well. Watch the 11, watch the 3, and also watch the 8. So those are 4 videos you can watch, and then obviously you have this video of the 3, 8, 11. 5 videos, but you're almost through this one. I hope you took some notes so you don't have to do this again. And then we have a couple of other things. I think there are 5 more videos. Those are the law of choices. We can choose to create or express in positive or negative ways. The law of higher will. By our willingness to serve a higher purpose, we inspire ourselves and others. The law of honesty. Acknowledging feelings to ourselves and others is a primary form of honesty. The law of action. To overcome insecurity, we need to acknowledge our vulnerability but act with confidence. And the law of intuition. As we stop monitoring others' opinions, we can connect with our heart's wisdom. Alright, so not all these videos are live at this point in time. So please, if you subscribe and also hit the notification bell, you will know when the other videos are also up and running. For now, I want to thank you for watching this video. If there was anything of value in here, I would love to get a thumbs up on it, and maybe put it in the comments what was valuable for you, or an eye-opener for you, or maybe something you didn't agree with. That can also be one. And well, thank you so much for being here for 47 minutes so far. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.